We are live in the group. All right. So this is going to be a real treat for folks. I'm talking here with Anthony. He is a marketer, expert marketer for real estate on Facebook, helps a lot of agents out in his native Quebec over in Canada. So, you know, love talking with folks. And I always get a lot of questions, right? Hey, can we work? You work with, you know, agents or marketers or professionals in Quebec? And I go, yes, we have, right? We've worked with several folks from that area. Tatiana Landano, Anthony's company, Olivier. There's a lot of folks that we've helped out over in Quebec, because what works, right? Like what works. And you change the language. Honestly, you change the language, you change the setup. We have a lot of bilingual ISAs, most of them focused on the Mexican American market in the US. But Anthony and the other agents that are in working in Quebec have taken our process, have taken our program, and they've had a lot of success working in the French-speaking market too. So there's no limits here, right? There's no limits. But, you know, Anthony, please, you know, introduce yourself. A little bit about your background, the 5-minute summary, you know, who you are, where you're from, and what are you doing right now? And what are you doing this whole real estate marketing space? Go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks for having me, guys. Actually, I live in Quebec, right? I live in Quebec. It is like in Canada, and it's the French part of Canada. So yeah, so my background, marketer, and with my company, we help real estate agents here in Quebec. Actually, what we do, we try to get them listing, you know, the hard thing.
Yeah, so, the difficult one. I mean, it's not easy. And I think a lot of folks shy away from generating the seller leads. You know, why do you think that is? Why do you think people find that conversion so hard? That you know, that process. You know, why do you think people like get away from that?
Oh, actually, because it's hard, right? So people run away from that. And actually, to make a summary for you, at the COVID time, like to 2019, nobody want like buyers anymore, because it was a seller market, right?
Yeah. Such a hot seller's market, yeah.
Yeah, a hot seller market in Quebec. So what happened? All of our clients, actually, we have a marketing agency here in Quebec. So all of our clients don't want any more like buyers. So what we have to do? So we have to generate like more seller leads, right, for them. And from there, at the beginning, it was a little tough, you know, because it's tough. Even on Facebook, it's more difficult to generate them. The cost, it's not cheap, you know, to generate seller leads. So with our team right here, I mean, I can say that we attend that, you know, we deliver.
You figured it out. You figured it out. You kind of cracked that code.
Exactly. So from then, there was always like challenges with those leads. When the realtor call, people sometimes, oh, I thought it was online, I'm gonna get a free room evaluation, and sometimes bad phone number, and on and on. We know when we generate a lot of seller leads online, so there was some challenges, and we were like, how can we like deal with that and improve our program? And since then, my partner, you know you very well, Gus. And since then, we just like we have to make something. So from there, with a guy, I forgot his name actually. Your assistant, actually, it's your partner or assistant. I think it's Julio.
You know, we've got Timo, Emmanuel, you know, Rachel, you know, you guys have talked a lot. Probably met everyone on the team at this point, right? So yeah, Chris, Alex, you know, everybody, right? So yeah,
I think it's Alex actually. Actually, we talked to him since he introduced us to your program, and from then we get it, man. We improved our program, and since then it's very successful right now.
I love it. I love it. Great. So, you know, and this is it's a great story, right? Because, you know, we've been working with you guys for, I think, like probably more than 6 months now, right? So it's been a while. I mean, or it's closer to a year than it was from the beginning. So, but but what when you approached us, what problem did you want to solve, right? What problem do you want to solve that you saw that the solution was Power ISA and getting your own ISA in-house ready to go?
Actually, it was the lead quality, you know. So for the story, we generate leads and we ship those leads to the agent. So it was always the same issue with those leads. And so we really want to solve that problem. And how can we fix that? It's to have like an ISA. We'll call those leads, filter the good one and the bad ones. And the bad ones, we make follow-ups with them. So that's a big thing. I learned from you guys. Follow-up is key, man. Follow-up is key. And we could expand on that. But yeah, once we generate those leads, the good ones who are like qualified, want to sell like in less than 9 months, we book an appointment in person with the realtor. And yeah, those one was not ready yet, so we follow up with them in the future.
I got you. No, and that definitely makes sense. You realize that, again, generating the lead is not the full problem solved. I mean, in the seller side, it's challenging to even generate it in a reasonable price. It's hard, but that's not enough. Just generating the lead isn't enough, right? You guys wanted to increase the quality of the leads you were generating and increase the conversion rate. Like get more people, you know, on the calendar for your agents, right? I think that's such an important piece of the equation, because it's not just enough to generate the lead. It's a big problem. It's one problem to solve. You got to solve the conversion problem as well.
The conversion, and this is why the IC really help. So with the conversion, because some people gonna answer at the first time, and other people gonna answer like in the 9, 10 attempt, right? So we must have a good system to follow up with those leads. Yeah, definitely.
100%. And here's the big question, Anthony, right? You were doing this with just the online leads. You were doing it with the agents making the calls. Once you got Power ISA involved, we helped you build that team. What have been the results that you've seen, right? For yourselves, for your clients, what's been the outcome of having your own ISA team in-house?
For us, it changed everything, man. First, to onboard, I mean, to get a new client, it's more easy, because the realtor, you understand, like we have a better quality. That's the first one. So easy to close, right? More clients. That was a huge one for us. And then the quality of the lead, it's better. Before that, we deliver leads, right? And since we onboard on the program, we change our offer a little bit. Now we deliver appointments. Now it's like a little further, right? And the result for us, I mean, when we onboard in the program, first, it was very easy for us, like, to understand how can we perform. I mean, how can we have a result fast, right? So the program help us to know exactly how to recruit the ISA. You know, actually, we just copy paste your ads, you know, to recruit them. That was,
love it.
Yeah, from day one, I think to recruit our ISA, it's cost like 5 cents, I think, to generate one lead.
There you go.
Yeah, that was very amazing, and I was very impressed for that. You know, how to work with them, how to train them, and also the matrix, right? Once you start calling those leads, what are the matrix? It is good, it is bad. So you really help us with that. So yeah, yeah. I don't know if you have another question, but
yeah, no, it's been great. And, you know, and one thing I want to add, it's been great having you guys, right? Because, you know, one of the things that, you know, are included in the program is access to a year of our weekly coaching calls. People get access to those coaching calls. You just jump in, and it's been great having you guys there because you execute. You perform, right? You don't just take the knowledge, you execute it within your business, and that's why you're seeing kind of those tangible results. I think that's why you've been able to have success, because you see a good idea, you see some good advice, you see a good system, and you implement it. And you follow through. And if anything happens, you're always asking the question, hey, how do we tweak this? How do we improve that? Right? Whether it's scripting, the training, the managing. Now you've got, how many ISAs are on the team right now?
Now we have like, we have different projects. We have like 7 ISAs. Right?
7 ISAs. Yeah. So you went from 0 to 7 ISAs. That's a big team. It's a big ISA team. Cool. To build that out in only a few months is very impressive, because you're running with it, right? You're taking the program and you're running with it, and you're accelerating that growth. Definitely,
because we have the framework. At the beginning, you talk about that. It's not about the language, right? Once the framework is good, so it's gonna work like everywhere. So that was great for us in terms of results. For seller leads, when I talk like seller leads, we book the appointment, right, with very like specified criteria. Like we book like 5 to 10 listing appointments for our client per day, and in terms of buyer leads, it's like 10 to 15 like book appointment. This is very good for us, and yeah, for each day. And we have other projects we book like another 2 seller leads for a particular client, and inbound needs for that kind of project. And then what helps us also is to have the team like in-house, because we control like how many dials we're doing per day. Like, yeah, we know exactly how many calls they have to make, how many conversations they have to get like to book an appointment. So yeah, now we have that predictability. I could say, like every day we know exactly how many conversations we have to get like to book averagely to book an appointment. So that's very nice.
I love that. So yeah, so anywhere from 10 to 15 scheduled appointments per client, depending on whether it's a buyer, depending on whether it's a seller, every single month, and quality, because it's not just about quantity, right? Quantity, you could set a bunch, you can set more, you can set many more.
Definitely,
right?
Definitely.
You could do 10 a week if you wanted to, but you guys are focusing on the quality aspect of those appointments, especially when it's a seller, right? Because those home valuation ads can cast a very wide net of any homeowner. They're just curious, right? Curious homeowners. I think you guys do a really good job at narrowing it down from anyone that wants to know the value of their home to people that I like that criteria. If they're thinking of selling within the next 9 months, if they're open to it, let's get someone out there and give them like a detailed home value.
Definitely, the motivation have to be there. Sometimes people want a home evaluation, but just because they are curious, right? We want to like the time frame, and also there is a motivation, right? To book them on an appointment.
Oh, love it. Awesome. Anthony, well, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. If folks ever want to ask you questions about your process, about your program, what is the best way for folks to reach out to you?
The best way is our website called collabdigital.ca. Collab, like collab digital.
2 L's, double L, right? Collab.
Double L, exactly.
Collabdigital.ca. Cool.
Yeah. And from there, if there is any question, they can book a call. And yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thanks so much, Anthony. Appreciate you, man.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro.
Bye.
Cool. Ciao.